Hi, church. At the school where I work, we talk a lot about the idea of growth mindset versus a fixed mindset. So a fixed mindset says, I'm not good at math, whereas a growth mindset says, I haven't learned how to multiply fractions yet. It's the difference between saying, this is the way I am and I can't change, and saying, this is the way I am now, but I can grow in this area. And I think as believers, we sometimes fall into the trap of having a fixed mindset. For example, we might say, I have a short fuse. I have a bad temper. That's just the way I am. Or I just can't stand it when someone does this, that, or the other. And that's just the way I am. That person and I just don't get along. That's just the way I am. But the Bible encourages us to have a growth mindset. And in Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 15, Paul is writing to the church there where he's already given them the whole theology of salvation, that it's by grace we've been saved through faith. He's given them the theology of church unity, that we have one Lord, one Savior, one baptism, and that we are one people, even though we are different. In the case of the Ephesians, it was the Gentile and the Jewish believers, but we are one. And then he goes on and says that we are to speak the truth in love. Speaking the truth in love, we are to grow up in all aspects into him who is the head, even Christ. And sometimes I think it is important for us to read all the words in a verse that we're looking at. He says that we are to grow up in all aspects. We do not have the privilege, if you want to call it that, as believers of just saying, that's just the way I am, and I'm not going to grow in this area. The Bible calls us to grow up in all aspects into the likeness of Christ, to grow in spiritual maturity, to grow in our love for God and our love for others, to grow in our understanding of the Bible and our understanding of the nature of Christ, to grow in our ability to get along with one another. And so today I would encourage you, grow, and especially grow in those areas where you find yourself saying, that's just the way I am, because that is not a biblical position to take, and it will be a detriment to your spiritual life. God calls us to grow. Let's take a step of growth today.